In this video, we will see how to make a resume. Yes, you heard it right. The correct pronunciation of this word is resume and not resume, because resume is a word which is French in origin and it means summary. Whereas the other word resume has another meaning which means begin again or to start doing something again. So yes, the correct pronunciation of the word is resume. So in this video, we will see how to make a good resume. I will also be sharing a few tips and tricks on what you should write, what you should include in the different headings of a resume. So yes, keep watching this video till the end. Hello everyone, my name is Anamika Singh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I would tell you that I keep posting videos on recent hiring in private sector for all different sorts of designation and job roles. I also share tips and tricks on how you can enhance your online session if you are an online tutor. So if you haven't watched my previous videos already, I will put the link over here so that you can just go tap on and stay up to date. So if you clicked on this video, I'm sure you must be wondering how to make a resume. And trust me, when I made my first resume, that was a disaster and I was so confused. And I have been really reluctant, especially if you are a fresher, you would be really reluctant to make a resume, and I'll tell you why. Because whenever we search online about how to make a resume or what is the perfect template for the resume or resume building, so we end up getting a lot of resources, right? Thousands of resources, thousands of videos are available online, and we keep watching them 3 to 4 videos, and then we get confused. Because I would say there is no right way of making a resume, or there isn't any wrong way of making a resume, right? There are just do's and don'ts that we need to keep in mind. Yes, I will never say that okay, this is the perfect template, this is the template that you should use for every job that you apply. No, that is wrong. You can use template of your choice. Just make sure that the template is professional. One more thing that needs to be kept in mind while making a resume is the arrangement or the sequence of headings that you are adding. For example, you must be knowing that resume has different headings like education, achievements, hobbies, strengths, and work experience if you are an experienced person, internships, projects, all of that headings are there. So we should know what should be the correct sequence of those headings, and I will be discussing that that sequence and what you should put inside those headings, what should be the content in today's video. So if you are interested, I will suggest you to keep watching this video. And one more thing, I will be sharing my top 3 I would say suggestions on websites that I use for making resume, and yes, I will be sharing them at the end of this video, so make sure you keep watching this video till the end. First step that you need to follow is open Google Docs or Word or any other website or template that you have for making resume. Now, if you are a fresher or if you're making resume for the first time, I will suggest you to make it using Google Docs or Word. So let's talk about the different headings that you should include in your resume. Okay, so the first one is going to be obviously your name, then your contact details. Then there would be a heading for short description or summary or career objective, okay, in which you will tell about yourself, in which you will summarize in 2 to 3 lines about yourself, your personality. Yes. Then there would be a heading of education, internship, projects. Okay, both of these are different, so you can include that. Then if you have done or if you have received any particular or significant certificate, so you can make a separate heading for that. Then there should be a heading for achievements also. Then if you have any hobbies, interests, so make sure you mention it in the separate heading. Then you can also include, if you have space, you can also include a heading of language. And yeah, that's it. And also one most important thing is going to be skills. So we will talk about each of these headings and what you should be including in these headings in detail. Yes, so let's begin with it. So first, let's talk about your name and contact details. So obviously your name, I would say you should write the full name, okay? And if I talk about contact details, you don't have to give your address because no one cares, okay? Until they ask you, don't mention your address in the resume. First thing, why? Because, we are short on space, and also address does not matter. Okay, and the things that you should include in your contact details should be your mobile number correct mobile number. If you want, you can even include the alternate mobile number. Then you should also include your email address. Now make sure your email address sounds or looks really professional. Don't use a lot of numericals, I mean numbers, in your I would say email address. And your email should be really straight. Like, if for example, if I talk about myself, Anamika Singh Rawat, so my email address is Anamika Singh Rawat @gmail.com, right? So this is how simple and professional your email address should look like. If you don't have an email address of this sort, then you should definitely just go ahead and create a new one. Then another thing that you should add in your contact details should be your LinkedIn profile, which has become really mandatory these days, right? Another heading is going to be your short description. Now, if you already have decided something for yourself, if you already have in mind that what you can write in your short description, then go ahead, fill that space. If you don't have an idea on what you should write, so don't worry, you can wait till the end, because once you have listed out all these different headings, right, you will know what you have written in your education or internship projects. Then you will be in a better way able to summarize or describe yourself in 1 or 2 lines. Okay, so yes, let's try to leave it for the last. Next heading would be education. So in education, no need to fill in your school details or like your 10th marks, your 10th marks. If you have space, then you can definitely include it, right? Not something very mandatory, but don't forget to include your, if you have done your post graduation and graduation, and the sequence should always be like the highest degree should be placed at the topmost position, and then the lower degrees. Okay, for example, if I have done my post graduation, I will put my post graduation first thing under the heading of education, and second thing or second line I would write about my graduation. Then another, I would say, this heading is internship. So if you have done some internships, and I will recommend, if you are a fresher, you should definitely do more internships so that you can add value to your resume, because there you wouldn't be having work experience to stand out. So the way in which you can stand out is through your projects and internships. So make sure you do at least 2 internships in your graduation, right? So in internships, obviously you're going to write about that. Then there is this project heading. So if you have done any projects throughout your graduation, post graduation, so you can definitely include in that. Achievements are going to be something that you're really proud of. Okay, now don't put achievements which you achieved in school. Okay, try to put more recent achievements. Like if you are an experienced personnel, then obviously you must have reached some targets, right? You must have completed some targets in your company. Not talking about sales targets, there could be non-sales targets, or I know, like, you know what I mean. Yeah, so if you have achieved something like that, then just go ahead and put it there, and try to put recent achievements and not achievements that you had in your school, like the best handwriting achievement. It doesn't matter, right? Your achievements should be in line with the resume that you are making, or for the position that you are applying. Yes. Then if we talk about certificates, so if you attended some huge, or I would say some great this webinar or seminars, right? So you can definitely go on and talk about that, because it adds value to a great extent. Okay, if you have attended some national seminars, international seminars, that those are the great things. So you can definitely include all of that in the certificate section. Then skills. Now this is, I would say, one of the most important headings. Skills, that the skill set that you will add shouldn't be static. Okay, skills are a dynamic thing, I would say. Like the more or the different number of positions you apply for, you will have to make a separate resume for them, right? For example, if you're applying for a tutor position, if you want to be a tutor, then your skill set should be according to that. Okay, if you're applying for a sales job, then your skill set should be different, because obviously the demand, the job description, the skills that the employer is looking for is different, and that will help your resume get shortlisted just like this. Okay, so make sure that you keep changing the skills with the different positions that you apply for. Yes. Then I would say the interest. So you can obviously write your interests and hobbies in the separate section. Then there is this language section. So if you have some space left, you can always add on like if you have learned some foreign business language. For example, I have learned French, so I include it in my resume because I feel good about it, right? So you can also include the same thing. Now, after writing all of this, right, all of these headings, after completing the entire content, you must be still left with that short description which was there in the initial headings, right? So now is the time to write that, because now that you have listed so many things about yourself, about your achievement, so now you would be very easily able to do what? Summarize it, right, in a very concise manner. Try to use more adjectives, okay, and that is how you can make your short description look really crisp and nice. For like, you don't try to copy paste from the internet, because the employer has seen so many resumes that if you copy paste it from somewhere, he or she is just going to know. So make sure that you make it on your own, right? Try to use some adjectives that are really good, that give a positive impression. Okay, so this is how you can do that. So now that we have seen all the headings that we should have in our resume, and we have seen what should be the explanation that we should add, now let's talk about the sequence that the sequence in which we should arrange these. Now your name, your short description and contact details should always be on the top. Okay, that's quite obvious. Then comes the education. So try to mention education after contact details. Yes, after education you should mention the heading whichever you think adds most value to your resume. For example, if I talk about myself, the internships that I have done are something that can be very impressive for the employer. So after education heading, I will write about my internships, and then about my skills, then about my achievement. You can do according to you. For example, if you think that the achievements that you have gained, that you have had, those are like really impressive and really admirable, so if you think that way, you can include achievement at the top. At the top means not before your name, obviously, after education heading. It's time to talk about my top 3 resume building website. My top 3 suggestions are Overleaf, résumé.com and Novo Resume. And out of these 3, I would say Novo Resume is my most favorite, because I just love the templates that they have. They offer a variety of templates and also a variety of color palettes, color themes to choose from. That was all about today's video. I hope you like the information that I'm sharing. If you really like it, if you found this helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, press the bell icon so you never miss an update, and do comment down below and let me know if you would like to see more of such videos, and if you want to see videos on how to make resume using your phone, right, and tips and tricks on how you can make a great resume that stands out or outshines. And yes, so if you want more such videos, then don't forget to comment down below. I will definitely have a look on it. And yes, I'll see you next time. Till then, bye bye everyone.